go live.
We're going. And there we are.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be painting with IKEA paints for this session.
Yeah, nothing but IKEA. I have a big box full of craft supplies I don't want or I don't like.
Hmm. Is that sitting right on top?
Oh yeah. Lucky Bat, Kel's Roke, hi everyone. Jason M, hey everyone. Kristen Raza, what's up? Rick Mel, hi there. The are talking over.
Excuse me?
Mm-hmm. You heard him. I think one thing I did wrong with these ladies is I introduced too many colors, and I did each color kind of wrong. Like right now I have to paint this quiver, and I basically have to start from 0. Which is annoying. It was like, it feels silly to be base coating at this point.
Maybe consider not painting wrong?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I guess I'll make her quiver out of metal, because all of their gear has been made out of metal.
Better cross Mel. The cat are taking over.
Yeah.
This is true on our Discord server.
Mm-hmm.
There's Eons of Pets, and there's lots of cat pics, and I even added to it.
Yeah!
Today. So, a lot of cat pics. Cake the Bandit, woohoo, back in Oregon. Oregon
Trail. Has anybody played the video game Oregon Trail? It's not very good. Like, I saw it online. It looked really fun. It looked really cute. There's nothing to it. There's not even a victory screen. I beat the game, and it just brings you right back to the main menu.
It's probably a classic.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a classic thing that happened in the old game.
Yeah, but it's not the old times anymore.
I think for some people it is.
Marcelo Martinez, dude, I was building a crisis protocol model and I dropped this tiny piece of an arm and I cannot find it. Yep. Oh, and it's a Marvel crisis protocol model, so that's probably, you can't not have that.
Right.
How come your Spider-Man's only got one arm? Well, ooh, just glue on a Space Marine arm. It's a Mecha Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Blue, heard you want to make a retro Space Marine army. If you want to paint them like their time, I would suggest coat the arms. They were the original makers. Have their paints in the 90s. Yeah, I've heard of them. Go coat the arms.
Gangrene McCluster, can't wait for your video on the Dark Elder witches and potentially more Dark Elder. I just started a Drukhari army, and the YouTube mini painting a landscape for Dark Elder is absolutely barren.
Yeah, good old the Drukhari. Yeah, the Dark Elves are cool because they've got something going on.
That is Ruve to the Eldari. They have stuff going on, you know. They have fun colors.
Death to the Grey. Who would win in a fight, Jar Jar Binks or R2? I think R2.
Yeah. I think pretty easily, honestly. Flipnote Dude at 88. Incubi are awesome.
Ooh. Yeah, Dark Elder. Ah, I almost wish when Games Workshop was discontinuing a lot of the Finecast models, I almost wish I picked some of them up. 'Cause there's some cool stuff. The old Sliths. I mean, they'll probably get new cool models. And like some stuff I can still get, like the Urgles. Well, you can't get a Clawed Fiend.
Urgle.
Urgle. Nurgle. Turtle. Krishna Riza, how would you suggest about making an army in Blanchitsu style? You got to get those colors. You got to get the Zorn palette. It's like mustard, yellow, orange, brown, and red, black. Minty Tunes, Jay, what's your favorite mini you've ever painted? I painted way back. I painted a little ODT gunner, or the Bomb Squad gunner from Anvil Industries. Just love that model. Just turned out great. Super simple, super quick.
Lee Craig, what are your thoughts on the theory of Jar Jar being a secret Sith Lord?
It's fun to think about, but I don't think that's what George is going for. I think he thought that everybody would love Jar Jar because he's silly and funny. And then when no one liked him, he quietly wrote him out of the movies.
Yep.
Yeah, and how long do you guys plan on doing this? You'd think you've painted enough minis by now. Nope. I'm going for a mill. 1 million models.
1 mil.
Trapping Canada 2. Why hasn't Games Workshop made a Rogue Trader faction yet? Because Rogue Traders aren't really a faction. They're just like delivery guys. It'd be like if there was a UPS faction. I guess if they had like a warring FedEx faction. Plastic Blooded Builder. I've just recently got into miniature painting from building Gumpla, and it's off. I love building Gumpla, but hate painting them. But with minis, I love painting and hate building them. Yeah, I built some Gundams. You know, I might not like building models. I don't know. I've built Gundam models which are like objectively good to like build, and it's not Legos. You don't get to do whatever you want. You just do whatever the instructions say. It's kind of fun posing them when they're all done. Oh my goodness, Vallejo! I keep getting clogs. This wouldn't happen in pots.
Yeah. I'm sure people would argue, though, that it would.
Yeah.
Somehow. Chris, I would buy the hell out of UPS models. You can just spray them brown and done.
Dairies Gaming, first time catching a live stream and watching your channel for a few months now. Great content, keep up the great work. Will do.
No more videos.
Rusty, first time catching your stream. Say, did you ever try recasting a model / parts for a model? Probably. I don't think in a video.
Technically, yes. A very old one. I think you casted a sword.
Oh yeah.
A really old video. Let's see. I'll use this computer. I have 2 computers because I'm really cool. Just want to put that out there. And I have I have one screen, but I can have two instances of a monitor on at the same time. Pretty sick. No idea what that video would be called.
Captain Blue, when will it become a Lego channel? Tomorrow. Tomorrow is our first Lego upload.
Yep.
I'm building the baby Yoda set.
Baby Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of videos. Enough people know that. How to magnetize a Space Marine Predator tank. That's just something different. Let's see. Damn, we're still in the original bunch of them. I mean, September 19th, September 20th, 2014.
That's the great. What paints are you going to try next? Apple Barrel. I would like to try Apple Barrel. I like Apple Barrel Black. I used a bunch of Apple Barrel paints when I was a little kiddo. I bet there's a couple colors that are pretty good and a bunch that are not great for miniature painting. They're going to be very glossy though. Like which is great for a black paint because glossy black means it's like super ultra dark. But you don't really want glossy for most everything else.
Right. It's called How to Cast Custom Bits. The classic. As the OG intro. You know what? I think you were a better presenter in 2014.
I agree. It's all been downhill from there.
Yeah. You have like a different accent. I swear to God, it's weird. You're using Legos to build the
mold
build
jacket.
out the little spot for the mold, and you used Oyamaru.
Oyamaru's good stuff. Also known as blue stuff. If you buy the really expensive stuff from Green Stuff World.
And then you shoved in a sword. Let's see what this sword looks like.
I still have a bunch of those swords.
Yeah, they look like swords. It's impossible to tell if it looks good or bad in this photo.
You recasted the shrimp tank's treads to create cool tread marks on the base. That's true. I still have that little bit. I'm saving it for when I do some more shrimp tanks.
That was a shrimp burp right there.
Mm-hmm. Joe Badgard, any Age of Sigmar coming up? I mean, I'm painting Age of Sigmar right now.
This.
Putting a teal base coat on the bases. Cause I'm just trying stuff.
James Cameron Clark. A rogue trader kill team would work quite well, especially with the new season being set in space. I think there's an Inquisitor and retinue coming soon, though.
That is the rumor. My favorite part about rumors is we don't know. Unless Valrak said it.
Exactly.
Did Valrak say Kroot and Imperial Breachers I feel like nobody said that. Until like
Yeah.
the day before, which people might know because
Well,
different times.
well, Kroot. People were saying Kroot before that.
That's true. But is that like they knew, or is that like, a broken clock is right twice a day?
I mean, Kroot's a crazy guess.
It is.
I mean, the day before they revealed it, we were like, it's not going to be Kroot. And then it was. How awkward.
Gabba, are the Fallout game minis fun to paint? Yeah. There's normal minis. I have a bunch. I've painted a bunch.
Oh, they're normal minis? Then no. Minty Tunes, Jay and Nick, have you ever tried or attempted to paint a Thousand Suns Marine? Yes.
I have never.
I have some. Yep. That's when we were going to do our secret kill teams.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to paint Thousand Suns Marines and gave up. It's hard. I used Vallejo Liquid Gold on them, and then they've kind of rattled around, and so now it's coming off. Gold's coming off. Now that John, I bought a bunch of blue stuff, then I found out about Oyamaru.
Yeah, Oyamaru is cheap. Just a little kid toy. Boy, is it powerful. Eric Renz, Jay, how well does Model Magic Soft Squishy modeling material take paint? I want to use some for a base for a large model. It takes paint super well. It's got like a really matte texture to it.
Flipno Dude at 88. I gotta watch your video on making Santa hats. My world eaters need them. Remember that video?
I do. I think I still have all those in a baggie somewhere.
Throw them out.
Yeah, of course.
You know what though? Don't throw them out.
Yeah.
We should. We'll sell them.
Yeah.
We should put them on our website.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, was that last year where we went all in on, or no, the year before where we went all in on
2020.
Christmas.
Yep. And no, never again.
Never again. No one likes Christmas.
Yeah. I do think they'd probably do better now.
Probably.
Then, because we're better now.
Yeah.
Arguably. Some people like the olden days, the 2014 days.
Mm-hmm.
We did sell a bunch of cookie cutters.
Lee Craig, are you aware of the Hasbro Pulse Selfie series where you can 3D scan your head and have it added to a Black Series action figure? What character figure would you create with your face? I would have them scan my face and put it on the Black Series Jar Jar.
I like it. Wow. Santa hats for all of your miniatures has almost 1,900 views.
Wow! Crushing it!
Yep.
Thank you, 11. Hi. Hey fellows, started painting my Horus Mini. The base is shockingly easy to make look decent considering it's a Primarch model and scary. Yeah, I feel like it would take dry brushing super well.
Also, big news, that video got us 3 subscribers.
Wow!
So
3 people saw the Santa hat video and were like, yeah.
Hell yeah. Ah, it's pretty cute. It's got good retention. It's fun. Minty Tunes, Jay, what's your favorite animal?
My dog. The good
Which
one.
one?
Yoda.
What about your other dog?
I mean, she's good, but she's a little thief.
Hmm. Listen to it eat. I'm gonna watch it after the stream. It shows this little like the first frame preview of the video, and it's insane. You have the Chihuahua, or the dog with the maracas, or whatever it is.
Oh
You
yeah.
have your Charlie Brown Christmas tree, and then the set is all decorated. And you're all decorated too.
Yep. Culture Wars Diplomacy. Any Warhammer character you want to have a drink or meal with? No, I think doesn't everybody suck?
Gretchen.
Gretchen. They'd probably be fun.
Gretchen.
Although they would probably eat you.
No. I think I could take one Gretchen.
Oh yeah. Although I bet it'd be a fight. Be like trying to kill a cat.
Minty Tunes, Jay, what's the smallest model you've ever painted?
The
little frog. You painted on the midwinter base.
I did, but I can think of one that's maybe smaller. The tiny dwarf. I painted 3 dwarves in 3 different sizes. One huge, one medium, and one absolutely tiny. And I think the model took me about 10 minutes.
Nicky Reese, I wonder which video made me subscribe. When I found your channel in 2020, I said to myself, this guy is kind of annoying. Luckily, I won't be completely absorbed in it and schedule a painting time by them. Exactly.
Yeah.
Jason M. Nick being eaten by a horde of Gretchen would be a suiting death.
Mm-hmm.
It would be.
Not that, Sean. Peanut butter and bacon is almost bad, but the delicious. Peanut butter and bacon. Like bacon and chocolate? Yep. Bacon and peanut butter. I mean, bacon is it's salty, so that might not be bad. I feel like you need one more. Like I could do bacon and chocolate and peanut butter, I think.
Yeah. Not that, Sean. Orcs and grots are fun guys to hang with.
I get it.
Yep.
Yes, do you have a favorite kill team or a few you like to play? And as a new time player, is there any small army games within Warhammer that my kill team transfers over to? I mean, you could probably use them for like a tiny game of 40k. I don't really see why not. I really like Kroot and Sister Repentia, which might be the worst teams possible, but
yes,
I like them. They're fun.
Might be. I like orc commandos because they're shenanigans, and I like to pull them off.
Oh, the orc commandos are so good.
It's very fun. It's very fun if they get pulled off. It's hard. Yeah. Kill team's fun.
Team Koch. Hey Jay, is that watered down brown or a wash? It's watered down brown.
Thank you, 11. Have you tried peanut butter and bologna? It is great.
It sounds awful. Bologna in general, I'm fine with bologna. I like Spam, which is kind of bologna. Spam is like a bunch of different like pork and plastic all mushed together.
Mm-hmm. No preservatives though. It's amazing.
I like to dice it up and put it in macaroni and cheese.
It makes it healthy.
Yeah, I make a big bowl of macaroni and cheese, and then I put in Spam, broccoli florets, and peas. Maybe I'll put carrots in too next time. And then I like to put a little mozzarella on top of it.
Wow.
So there's some real cheese in there.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a gourmet meal. Damn.
Minty Tunes. Jay, what made you start a YouTube channel? Nick had one. And then I saw Mini Wargaming. And I was like, I bet we could do that.
Mm-hmm. And look at us now.
Yeah.
Destroying it. You know what? This is absolutely hilarious. So there was somebody that we went to school with and worked with, like when we were like 18, 19 years old. And the other day, that person contacted me. I haven't talked to them in 5-6 years. That person contacted me saying that they found one of our videos. And they were like, "What? What is going on? You guys make videos?" And look at that. We make videos.
Yeah.
And it was the 40K night in 24 hours. It reached normies.
It did.
Pretty fun. We've had 2 people separately find us from our lives randomly. It's pretty weird. Because we don't brag about our Raid Shadow Legends sponsorships to normal people, and don't show off our Bentleys. Matching, of course. They're both pink. It's pretty cool.
Fluffant, your AMA video made me subscribe. I was already sold on your channel, but I work full-time in theater, and it's cool to find people with the shared experience who are also Warhammer nerds. Oh, good old that video. I think we named it, like, did we sign the Games Workshop NDA? Because that was the big thing at the time. It was like, who signed it? Now I feel like nobody cares. Like, there's a bunch of people who work with Games Workshop, and a bunch of people who don't. It doesn't really seem to bother anyone.
Rump, Nick, what was your first YouTube video? I made a video where one of my favorite people of all time on YouTube was Mystery Guitar Man, and I literally just ripped one of his videos off and just remade it. I don't really remember. It was something with a guitar, and I tried out a bunch of different effects because that's when I just started learning how to edit.
I remember one of your videos that it was a sticky note stop motion.
Ah, that one was pretty sick.
It was.
Not gonna lie. It took me a couple months. Because I was lazy. It was not that long. or that advanced. Yeah, but that one was cool. And every single one of those videos is private, and they're going to stay that way for a while, probably. And they're all just incredibly cringy. I mean, they're really bad. But they taught us everything we know.
Yeah. You have to be bad at stuff before you're good at stuff.
Yeah. arguably they were still bad.
Yep.
Not that John. 8 years later, EOB hits the big time raid sponsor mansions and Bentleys.
Culture War Diplomacy. Does watered down brown make a wash? No, it makes a glaze. Because a glaze is just paint that's watery enough that you can see through it a little.
Jason M. Vintage Nick videos on Patreon when? You know, I gotta watch it, but we should put up the unicorn video.
Oh, God. That's the one that I, quote-unquote, wrote.
Yeah, because we only, I think together, we only did a handful of them.
Yeah.
Handful of videos. Yeah, but that, I had that channel for like a year, and then I just stopped. And then, like, it must have been senior year? Maybe late junior year into senior year, that's when EOB started. And then stopped.
Nick Harris, I can't eat what you would call meat conglomerate. Winter, what's your favorite purple paint? The best purple paint I've used is Beaten Purple from P3. I don't know if I love it though. It's fine.
Problematic name.
It's a very Grimace from McDonald's Purple. It's got a little red in there.
Yep.
Minty Tunes, Jay, what's your favorite paint to use? It's all the same. I feel like from every paint line I try out, I find a couple of colors that I really like. Jason M, I think
You go ahead.
I think the video I subscribed one was Hobby Tools when you busted out the bottle opener.
Yep.
I thought John Nick will develop an unhealthy addiction to 3D printer fumes.
This is true.
Gangrene McCluster, what's the difference between just watering down a paint and using a glaze medium? If you water down paint, it becomes watery. If you use a glaze medium, it still stays gooey. And gooey kind of means sticky, basically. And it means more paint is applied where your brush touches. And so usually a glaze medium, I suppose, gives you a tiny bit more control, because at some point paint becomes so watery that it flows onto the mini instead of just staying where you put it.
So I'm literally just looking at this video, and I forgot. Remember, Maggie helped us film it?
I do.
And did I fall in the water, or did you fall in the water?
I
think maybe you did.
I don't remember.
One of us fell in, because this was in winter time.
Yeah.
And one of us fell a little bit into the water, and we had to go back.
I remember you were wearing snow pants, and then the snow pants made a crazy noise on camera, and so you had to take off the snow pants.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, it got 527 views.
That's amazing. That is actually amazing.
I had one video get 2,652 views.
Wow.
Yeah. I also had I had a video, got like 1,000 views, a little over 1,000 views, and it was a tutorial on how to transcode and export DSLR footage for YouTube.
Nicarius, I think the video that got me to subscribe was I drunk better when I'm paint. Those Plague Marines look so good. They got me to subscribe. Ah, good old that video. Yeah, I don't know if I don't recommend it, but yeah, drunk painting is interesting. Really though, it's the worst thing to do drunk because you just sit there and focus. Like
yeah,
just doesn't really work.
Yeah, you want to be like around people.
Yeah, because like your brain
chatting.
is just like shutting down.
Yep.
Yeah, I know the first two Death Guard I ever painted, I was drunk. Because that whole thing started just because I was just hanging out. I was hanging out with Lucky Bat, and I was painting a model. And then I'm like, yeah, that's not bad. And then I did it again. Since then, I painted the rest of the army sober.
How boring.
Mm-hmm. Minty Tunes, Jay, Nick, will you guys ever paint Thousand Suns rubrics in a video? You guys are the only wargaming painter I trust, to be honest. Ooh, that Goopertown Hobbies. Don't trust him.
Don't trust him.
Does he really have a clownfish?
No.
Does he even have cats?
No way.
I bet it's CGI.
Gotta be.
I don't know the Thousand Suns. I don't have any plans to. It's not impossible.
Rump, I don't believe Goobertown is a real guy, to be honest.
I've met him and I'm not sure.
Me too.
Arcape, show us your cat. Hashtag show us your cat. Sir, bottom text, how tall are you both? I am a staggering 5'5" and a quarter.
I am 8'6". It's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have to, in all of our videos, I actually stand way further back.
Mm-hmm.
A little forced perspective. Rump, that's why my mom loves ya. Exactly. Moms like him tall. Brick in the head. Hey EOB, any pro tips for dealing with airbrush nozzle clogs? I've got a sonic cleaner. Store them wet, use the little brushes, use thinner, routinely clean, but it still clogs every few minutes. Please send help. Primarily when priming.
Yeah, primer is like crunchy, crusty stuff that has a tendency to clog airbrushes. I would say if you have a toothbrush next to you, and after every few sprays, just give the front of the airbrush and the needle poking out a little scrub with the toothbrush. And that should knock off any still wet clumpiness.
Also, what size nozzle are you using?
Yeah.
If you want to switch to a bigger one, especially for primer.
Mm-hmm.
I know we both have a bigger one for priming. That's great. It helps so much.
Yeah, I am using for almost everything. I'm using a Badger 155 Anthem with a
Ooh.
.5 millimeter needle nozzle.
Bring the
Just a
head.
huge.
Bring the head. Bring the head. The needle is clear. I'm using the Anthem with the big boy needle.
Huh. I don't know if I've ever had a clog with that. I might need to turn up the pressure. I think I run it pretty hot. I think I run like 40 psi.
Yeah. Try that. You just blast the minis.
Mm-hmm. Also,
what-
you can thin primer a little.
Yeah. Hey, what primer? Primer are you using? You know, we have a Badger. Badger Black.
I do 35 psi, and it's pretty aight. Yeah, I know. I remember. I love watching other people's tutorials, and they're like, "Oh yeah, so I'm spraying about 20 psi," and I'm like, 20 psi.
Jeez.
What are we doing here? No, and different pressures do different things to the paint. There's not like one pressure to rule them all. Some paints require different pressures. Some airbrushes require different pressures. But I'm pretty lazy, and usually I'm not doing fine detail airbrushing, and so if you turn that air pressure up, paint will come out. Sometimes that's all I need. Bringing that Stynal Res, I mix with Vallejo thinner, some flow aid, and retarder. Boy, I mean, that should mean that it's perfect. I would maybe, I had a old bottle of Vallejo black primer, and it had been drying in the bottle, and so there was tons of crumbs of dry paint, and so I actually strained it through some like fine cloth, like cheesecloth. Cheesecloth wouldn't do it. Cheesecloth wouldn't catch the paint. I used Tool, but like nobody has that.
You can just buy strainers on Amazon.
Yeah,
like little paper strainers.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty cheap.
Yeah.
You can probably use the ones that they use for 3D printing.
That's true. Yeah, and so maybe do try that and see if like there's just gunk in there.
Crash TV, I just got back from vacay, tried painting some Age of Sigmar orcs while camping. Camping chairs suck for painting in.
That camping chairs suck.
Yeah.
They really do. They're not. I mean, they're nice because they keep your butt off the ground, and you're sitting next to the fire. It's just kind of a nice. But yeah, I can immediately just recollect the feeling of sitting in one of those like just horrible cloth chairs.
You think you're gonna fall?
Yeah. Yeah, I would try the toothbrush thing though, because it might not be clogging. It might just be so much is drying on the tip that nothing's coming out.
Could be. You need to get a hammock. We're gonna go camping.
Sir Bottom Text, do you like D&D? Just wondering. Like, are you a big war gamer? Just curious. Never played D&D. It looks like
D&D
fun.
is for nerds.
It is for nerds.
It's for
Big old nerds. It looks like fun. I would give it a try if somebody else did it. I feel like for all the war games, I do all the work, and so I would love to let somebody else do all the work.
Not that, Sean. A dry tip is hard to work with.
Boondale, what's a good airbrush to start with? There's two ways I think you can start. Either you go with like a $20 made in China cheapy airbrush, and they'll do the job. They'll probably break after eventually, but they're fine. Or you get the Badger Patriot, the Badger Patriot 105. It's a great little airbrush. You can find them on sale a lot. Usually they're around like $90 to $100. Sometimes a little cheaper. Don't buy it if it's more expensive.
No.
Flipping the Doodad 88. Amazon warehouse could be storing the primer wrong and causes goo to form in it. That's true.
How dare they goo our paint? Paint goo. Paint goo. Matthew Meyer, are you going to do some battle reports soon? You got plenty of terrain and models for it. You don't know what we have. Maybe we throw everything out after we paint it on camera.
Yeah.
I can confirm that battle reports are coming out tomorrow.
Yes.
Definitely not lying. We've never lied on stream.
Never. Our pants would be on fire. It's impossible.
Exactly. Flipping a dude at 88. The battle reports are always tomorrow. See? Everyone knows. It's happening tomorrow.
Yeah. Crash TV.
Battle reports and Gundam painting tutorial. Yep,
yeah.
All tomorrow. It's crazy. We're doing a battle report, and then in the middle, Gundam painting tutorial, and then we finish the battle report. It's gonna be sick.
Mm-hmm.
Million views guaranteed.
Yep. Crash TV, 30 to 35 psi for priming, 25 to 30 psi for most work, and then 20 to 25 psi when using thin paint and ultra tiny details. Yeah, you do want to turn the psi like almost as low as you can if you have a super small needle nozzle and you're spraying super watery paint. Ooh, inks through the airbrush is gorgeous. Ah, I love it. Scholar Faust. Nick J, when y'all started out painting, did you ever feel frustrated when you couldn't get something to work the way you wanted and then when learning a new technique? Oh yeah, that's every day. That's not a just starting out thing.
Mm-hmm. Minty Tunes, is it normal for ants to live in paint pots? I opened my Corax White to see a bunch of ants crawling in my precious Corax White.
No, that sounds impossible.
Normal for that paint.
It is.
Yeah, it's because it's the worst paint the Games Workshop makes. Biffle McDiffle. Only good thing that paint ever did was give those ants a home.
It's true.
Yep.
Man, Games Workshop makes some poopy white. And then, I feel like they've always been bad. The old white was bad. The new white is bad.
Yeah. They just don't know how to do it.
Although I do like the contrast paint white, which is great. It's great. I used it on these ladies' hair.
It's weird.
Rump, I never thought to think about if you like Gundam. Now I need to know what your favorite mobile suit is. I don't know nothing about Gundams. Freaking ahead, I remember blasting inks through a 35 psi. Crazy spider webbing. Had to turn it down to like 15 to get it to not spiderweb immediately. Yeah, I remember I was watching Marco Frassoni, No Just Mecha. And what's amazing what he does to get such super crazy fine work with the airbrush is he'll have that airbrush millimeters away from the model. It's amazing.
Yep. Control.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is. I only want to watch it. Never seen a battle report with a B plot. Looking forward to it. Yeah, it's a new thing that we're pioneering. So you heard it here first, folks. You're gonna start seeing like play on tabletop. Everyone else copying us.
Mm-hmm.
B plot.
Every result I've seen of the new spray white looks alright, and it actually covers... Yeah, the rattle can white is supposed to be fun, although it's really expensive, and I don't believe it's any different than the white rattle can you buy from Walmart for $4 or $5. Jason M. Jay's favorite Gundam is Tau. It is. It's the Ghost Keel battlesuit. That's my favorite one.
Ow.
Crash TV. Korax white. It's not white, but we're going to call it white anyways. I mean, I think the funniest one is my Formula P3 orange that I really like. It's called Kador Red Highlights. It's orange. But like it's meant, there's like the house Kador, which is the color red for that game, and you're supposed to use that orange to highlight red. And so Kador Red Highlights. It's orange, but it has red in the name.
That's awesome. Should just be Kador Highlight.
Mm-hmm.
Orange.
Yeah. No, Kador Red Highlight.
Not that, Sean. Tauto is sexy.
That.
That dope. That dope.
Ghost Keel is a cool model, but 80 bones. Holy moly.
I know, even with your mansion in Bentley, you can't afford that.
No. Yeah, Raid's gonna have to sponsor a couple more videos if I want a Ghost Keel.
Yeah, you heard it. You heard it here, folks. Come on, Raid. Shout out my legends. Flip note, dude, 88. So bright, great light. So bright, great light.
Soul Blight, Grave Blight. They came up with two great names, the Soul Blight and the Grave Lords. And they're like, you know what? We can't decide.
So bright, beep boop.
And you got the Aussie Arc Boner Boys.
Boner. James writes, don't you get to write off models as business expenses yet? If not, you aren't content creating right. Oh yeah, we write it off.
Well, yeah, but we still pay for it.
Yeah, you still pay it for it. Brick in the head. Does EOB have an LLC? Does it have a fancy name? Yeah, it's called Your Mom LLC.
It is. That's actually is what it's called.
Brick in the head. Fuck. You got that.
Jeff Rodriguez, have you ever thought of comparing green stuff to milliput. They're very similar, but they do different things. Green stuff dries like a very, very hard rubber, and so green stuff is really great for making tentacles or capes or things that don't have a lot of contact with the model because they have a little bit of flex. They're not just going to snap. Milliput dries really, really, really rock hard, and so you can sand it when it's dry, which is really nice. And so it's great for doing armor. So yeah, there's times where I reach for the milliput, and there's other times where I reach for the green stuff. I've heard you can mix them together, but I don't. I feel like they're both perfect at what they do, and there doesn't really meet in the middle.
And speaking of meeting in the middle.
Wait. Old World Gazette, I have a question. Perhaps you have covered this before, but how do you feel about other wargame streamers on Twitch doing their live reactions to your videos? I would love it more than anything. Is there a link?
Yeah, you can do it. You gotta send us a link. That's the agreement.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta know. That's just fun. Speaking of more fun, it's Betty by time.
Yeah.
Well, we had 2 videos out this week. Make sure you go watch them. We have 2 more coming. One tomorrow, Little Models of Mems. We also have our Patreon exclusive episode on Saturday, going through some of the Patreon members' models and critiquing them and giving them some advice. We also have our Patreon-only live stream after the normal live stream on Friday, where we go a little bit longer, and you can call in and chat with us on Discord with your human voice. While we're streaming. It's a lot of fun. You know, just hop into a room and chat.
Yeah.
But we'll be back with another live stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. So join us for that.
Yep. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.